Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Today is the day of the match where I will be playing with Wouter Sipma. Let me know if it works, as I have some uh, technical problems. Any luck?
Still waiting for you. Okay, you're there now. Good luck.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day of the match that we set up with Walter, top grandmasters from 100 drafts. So first of all, we're going to play 64 drafts, up to 3 wins with the time 2+2 and random the position. And after that we will move to the bigger board. So in the meantime I have some things to tell you, and I hope to find time to have those conversations with you guys. But let's just wait 2 seconds for the Walter to get ready. I think it is all fine and up and running. You can let me know. I do not see the chat or comments. I didn't. I'm not too sure where to look at it. Maybe that's the place. But I get the signal that it is all good. First of all, I want to tell you that I'm not very active in the tournaments. When I was checking my tournaments over 16 years, I played 100 drafts. Just a few times really. You can see salute twice because one was blitz. This was 64, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 international tournaments. So not very active, but I'll do my best to keep up with Walter on 100 board, and also try my best to hold him up on the 64, which is my board. But of course in Poland, okay, he flipped the coin to see which color he's gonna get, so we can get it up and running. Let's see, hopefully we'll get some nice positions here. Let's just wait until he will press start. And let's go have a good game. So good luck. First position. Random. Quite interesting, I would say. I will try not to lose too much time on the openings. Basically my strategy, I can reveal, I hope he doesn't listen or nobody will tell him. My strategy in 64 is just do my best But in 100 drafts, I want to play as quick as possible in the opening and somehow use this advantage in the end games that he might be struggling somewhere. Thank you, Bartosz, for to let me know. So yes, the tactic on 100 draft is to play quick the opening. Hopefully, I will not do many mistakes there, and in the end game somehow I'll try to keep up with my opponent level. So he's starting already with very interesting position, I would say. I guess I can still hold up with the decisions here. And at the same time, our teams are also playing. Not too sure if I will be able to show you. But I think they already started as well. It will be a bit difficult, but we can keep an eye sometimes there, maybe between the games. Looks like Wouter spent a lot of time calculating this, and he doesn't have much left, so I'm a bit concerned for him because the game is just starting. We still both have 12 pieces each, but I guess the idea was to calculate everything until the end, and then he will show me some power. Can do the combination, but does it win? Probably not. Over here and over here. No, it doesn't even work. I can still wait, I guess. So I can try to take this shot now, but will it win? I'm not too sure. There is a counter combination, not much time. And I have to decide. I guess I'll go for it. And I guess I can't put the king there, so I'm in troubles. So it's starting all good for my opponent. I guess I will test his skills in 3 against 1. As with lack of time, I didn't have a better idea to play. And we were actually talking about this situation today. Wouter was telling me that he did check 3 against 1, how to win, and he managed to learn it. So that's the time that I will verify that. 15 moves to win this. Of course, I need to try to disturb as much as I can. Oh, I could actually take the main line, but with no time on the clock. I guess I missed that, but luckily for me, I think Wouter didn't study properly this endgame. So luckily, luckily the knowledge of the endgames can be some help here, because without that knowledge might be difficult to win 3 against 1 or similar endgames. But that's just a start, so I hope we'll do a bit better soon. We are just yellow, so don't expect too much. There's some nice idea for whites here. Let's see if I can try to pull it out. Because in the first game, instead of b1 c3 b2 c3, I was thinking about e1 f2 with some interesting ways. And I guess I should drink some more water. So about water, first time, as you could see, on my last 16 years I've been like only on few tournaments, and 2 of them was in Salus. I'm not sure how to pronounce that Spanish town, but I've heard Wouter saying it's Salau, so well, I've been in 2015 and 2018, and on both of them Wouter was playing there. I'm deeply considering exchange, and I have to probably do it. He has to go on this side because the other one won't work. But to be honest, I thought he will have to go with b6, and that looks stronger here. Vinicius just joined us, so top player from Brazil. And I don't like my position, I'm afraid. I don't like my position at all. My only chance might be to create the same endgame again. The same endgame again. 3 against 1. No, it doesn't really go good, but I think he cannot get the king straight away. So I will be able to get the king, so at least I guess first game finish with the draw. I would say I was lucky there. I'll try to pick up a bit better level from now on. Maybe I was playing too quick. So talking about Wouter, basically when I started to play drafts, there was actually 3 players which were unstoppable, which is Schwarzman, Georgiev and Chizhov. And for a long time there was nobody coming close to this level. They were deciding about between themselves who is gonna be world champion. And it sort of looked like there is no much how to do it here, no much development in drafts. There was no young generation players coming up, and then players from Holland raised up, so the people like Roel Boomstra, Martijn Isendon and Jan Grandik and Walter create some new Dutch power. So it was a nice blow in drafts world. And he's one of those new generation players which actually can play very strong, and also he never play for a draw. He always play very interesting positions. If you look at his games, he playing top grandmasters, and he always trying to create some tension on the board. Many times I've seen him playing absolutely crazy position which you would never see before. So, and also when I was checking his 100 drafts games, very often he finds some new ideas with the openings that have been played many times. He finds some different moves and playing it differently. Probably it is connected with lots of preparation, but I really like the way he's playing his style, and he always trying to find something interesting in his games. I can try to give Walter some troubles here. Now he can't play d4 because of a little shot. He will have to play g3 f4, then I can exchange and try to push him on this wing. The question is if it will be working. So he decided to go for an interesting position over here, and I guess I will accept that. He has not much time, so I hope he will speed up now. But the game looks like it's winning for me. The question is which way should I go for maybe this way. So yes, my opponent will have to sacrifice the piece here. I can decide to take one or two. Probably I can exchange it double. And with one piece extra I should be able to pull this game off. Vinicius is like top of the world really in drafts, because when we were playing in Izmir he managed to take second place in Rapid, so I hope to do some more matches with him as well, but he likes to play 1 minute per game, then there is no time to do any commentary, so I hope to ask him to do maybe something like 1+1 at least. Then we have time to very clever, Mr. Wouter. No time, I have to decide something. And I guess it's gonna be a draw. I don't know how did I get there. Definitely it was winning, but the question was how. So this time I let it go from winning position. Oh yeah, maybe probably Bartos, she's right that I could have sacrificed a piece over there, which now once he said ring the bell. Yes. Or the other side, f for g5, or it maybe would work on the other side. Give up the other side. Piece on. I guess you'll understand. I'm not too sure if I'm right, but those two different sacrifices I could have done and probably get some advantage in the match, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna go for some crazy position, and I don't know if it's a good idea with Mr. Wouter. Should I accept this kind of position? c5, a7, a3. I will accept it, why not? Of course I can't see it until the end of 1 minute game. It will be definitely winning from one of us. Unless we will give the opponent a chance as we did in the previous games. But such a position with a lock over here when he's locking all my 4 pieces will probably have outcome of either of us being in troubles. Luckily for me again, Wouter is calculating deeply where to go. And I could probably exchange it here on c5. on d4 and get some outpost there. So let's try to do this. Hope he won't freeze me down too quick. I had the opportunity to have a similar position once. Not really similar, but with similar ideas. Against Sergei Belosheyev last year in Eupatoria. Last year in 2000, it wasn't last year, it was 2019 already. So now I could get out of troubles if I want to. And the position looks solid there, so let's say that I will do it. As I was trying to calculate the other ideas, and I didn't see advantage there. Here maybe not massive, but there is some advantage. I'm playing a bit maybe too passive. And looks like it's gonna go for just another draw. So yes, second game. Again, lost opportunity in the first one. Maybe I could try something in the second game, but at least the game will go on a bit longer. I mean, if I would win this one, doesn't mean it would go longer, because I could lose the next three, which will make it just the same. Amazing that Wouter already calculating in the first move so deeply. And I guess I should do the same. Not easy decisions to make. So yes, so far I would say I'm playing too passive, just maybe I'm too afraid to get some sharp crazy position that Wouter will count me out with his calculation skills. I think Wouter is practicing a bit of Polish language here. Probably he has some good teacher. Someone is writing to me. So far is a draw. I'll talk to you later. And it is going to be probably another draw. Maybe we can show to you guys how does it happen. But it is definitely a draw. Hard to say the opening we have random. If it's better for any on the sides. I guess draw offer is still valid. Maybe I will try to get some strong center straight away. And in this kind of position, probably Wouter has to straight away go for surrounding. He won't be able to build any strong center against my pieces over here. The question is, who is gonna find something interesting, find something to outplay the opponent. So far, all the games are with the draw. So if we go that way, maybe we won't be able to finish this match because so many draws and we are playing up to 3 wins unless we will short it down and make it, for example, just up to 2 wins. But let's see how it goes. Little shot if I put the outpost g5 and d6, so I can't do it. So I guess I'll just wait. And the question is what my opponent will create here. Maybe d8 c7 would looked quite solid for him. I'll try maybe going h6 because didn't see much advantage on my center which I had. Not sure if I can find any in here, but oh, I missed that shot. Nice little majority rule. 2 against 4, and it's time for me to resign. So 1-0. I was calculating different option and in the end decide for something that I didn't really look up. Let's try to play something different here. I'll try to develop my main line with this exchange. Will he exchange it back? He might do. Let me maybe keep an eye how his team's playing. I can see Pavel lost his game and Bogdan won his game. So I didn't see much in the result. And I don't really see what happened on Marta game, but that's probably Marta looks like it was lost position as well. So at the moment Wouter team is winning on all fronts here and there, unless Marcin managed to win. Okay, thanks for the information. Now I can stop Wouter developing on this wing. The question is if I will be able to stop him on the other side. And it roughly looking won't be easy. Can try maybe go for something like this. So now I've got a nice little sacrifice if he would play h2, but he probably have seen it coming. And this looks like some troubles for me, maybe. Yeah, draw will be possible with the me taking the main line. Let's try somehow stop. He's developing on this side. Let's see if it will work. People are saying to have a look at my YouTube chat, but I have no idea how to actually access that now. There should be some application to access it from the phone, so I don't need to come out from the game. But at the moment I don't know actually. Now maybe some chance will come up on this game, I hope so. I do really hope so. After g5 I have a little surprise here with e3, but probably he has seen it all and played the right move. Now he have to probably play on d4. Can I somehow try to attack him, or is there any problems here for me? I can't attack him because of the combination, so I have to straight away exchange it in here. And I'll try to hold up his second wing. Let's see if that will work. he threatened with some kind of shots here. And this time he is pushing me with the time. He came up with some nice sacrifice, and it does work. Very nice, well done. Okay, just a moment. I will take a second as well. So far 204 Grandmaster, and really nice game, especially that one. Alright, let's go. It would be funny if he would beat me in 64, and if I would manage to beat him in 100. Of course it will be not possible, but that would be very funny today. But I will still fight, not giving up. And I can tell you a bit about the differences between 64 and 100 drafts. Basically, on 64 we random the positions. So it's really impossible to learn all the theories. And you have to think from the move one. Recently, well, since I was playing 100 drafts, I do like it. It's a nice game. It's basically different game. I won't say anything bad about 100. Time for the decisions here already. I can try to play something like this, and after exchange on e5, I think. Not too sure if it is good, but worth to try. So yes, in 64 you have many starting position, which physically is it's probably impossible to learn them all. Maybe professional players like Sergei Beloshev or players with that level that playing this every day, for sure they know a lot of theory still. But it's also the difference is, what I would say, is much harder to create the game in 100 drafts. Like if one of the players will try to avoid the game, it's almost impossible to win. You can see so many draw between the grandmasters. If one of the grandmasters wants a draw, you cannot, most of the times you can't change it anymore. And even you can look at my games. My level in 100 is not very high, but I already have 2 draws with grandmasters. Not too sure what to decide here. I need to make a decision. But probably on the top level, the grandmasters can, well, for sure they can still create a lot of difficulties, and we can see on those tournaments we play now that it's very, very difficult to make any draws with any of those top players. The time is very, very short. Does that one work for him? He could maybe have a winning position there, I'm not sure. Time is short. Well, let's play it interesting. What have I done now? I'm not too sure if it was good. And if it can get me somewhere. But some chances are here. He has to sacrifice the piece here now. So at least I managed to win this one, but it was very, very interesting end game there. Very interesting position. Not too sure which plans to do here. Let's go for some defensive plan. Allow him to get the outpost and try to create some good defense. And yes, and about 64, if you look at the games from World Championships, there is much more resultative games. Like if you look at the Championship of World, let's say Saarbrücken 2007, 2008 Recife, then Lille, and not too sure about Sao Paulo, but Izmir as well. Every time the champion had either losing position, like for example Dashkov has won the tournament and he had losing position with Struchkov, or actually lost the game, like Schwarzman lost against Bieloshev and he became a champion in Izmir. And in Saarbrücken, no, in Recife, Kolesov won the tournament, and he also lost one game against Janicki. So if you can see how much more resultative those games, those tournaments are. If you look at the 100 drafts, the winner almost never lose, and it's just about who will get how many draws, and that's the that's the difference So I believe it's much easier to make a draw in 100 drafts once you are on some proper level. But both games are extremely interesting, and it's fun to watch, especially players like Wouter. So the only tournament that I didn't see champion having losing position was in Sao Paulo in 2016 when I was. But unfortunately, the games of this tournament were never showed up until now. So it is really hard to say if Georgiev, who won this tournament, had any losing position anywhere. Trying to keep Walter with some time travel. Let's see if it will work. And it looks like it is a winning position. So the first points for me. So not all gone yet. Quite interesting opening. Probably black has some advantage because of this lock on the white position here, and there is for sure many ways to get out of it, but probably Walter will show me some nice calculation skills how to get out of it, because the position is already very specific. And he is taking his time. But once he decides, means he has it already calculated far away. And then it will be the time that he will start to go quick. There is some difficulties after b2. Can I still keep this lock or not really? So to be honest, probably I can't anymore. So yes, he managed to get out of this lock. And the position is probably equal. The outpost now might be strong. Will it? So he created the threat over here. Am I afraid of that or not? Probably I should be, but I don't have time to calculate it further. Oh, I'm not too sure if it was a draw or not. Not too sure what to think about this position there. If it was the connection or he was thinking about the outcome there. He was thinking where to play, but I think if he would attack e3, I have to go for exchange and then he can attack the other wing. The question is if I had any chances to win there. But at least now I have a chance to equalize the match. And as I mentioned before, now I'm in this kind of position that my pieces are locked. But I can try to at some point play interesting move in here, and sometime I mean now. And if he play e5, I have this little shot. The question is if it is okay to do it. Yeah, I guess let's try. Because my king will be captured straight away. And he will have some advantage on this wing. The question is if it's a draw. Of course, he have seen it all, and I don't think I had a choice anymore to get out of this idea. So yeah, waiting move and capturing the e7 and deep defense for me again. I can't go straight here, so I have to develop it slowly. It looks like just a draw for me. Maybe g5 f4 is a bit dangerous because I have to exchange, and I can see some troubles over there. Now, of course, I can't go because of this little shot. So I have to wait. Yeah, might be some troubles here. In the worst situation, I can try 3 against 1 again. It did work okay last time. But that's the worst scenario. Oh, time is going quick, so let me speed it up. But it is just a draw. Tam. So there we go. The result is 2-2. The pressure is going up. So let's go. Deciding game or draw. Hopefully deciding one. So again, very interesting position, and straight away you have to calculate very deep and not to get in some kind of troubles. There is some difficulties here for white. The question is if I will be able to use it. Maybe interesting idea for white here now, sacrifice on f4, but very risky. Probably he can go h4, and after me exchanging d2, c3 with a bit uncomfortable position, but definitely playable. And in the game that he win against me, we did play similar kind of position, so it will be not easy for me. And he went for exactly the position that I was talking about. It's not easy to develop his pieces because this wing is sort of locked. Not easy to develop a1, but in the other hand, my pieces are all on the side, so if he will manage to find the development for his pieces, then I'm in trouble, as it happened in the other game. So yes, I was expecting this move here. Of course, I cannot play e7 because of this. You have really similar position that what he win with me in the other game. I hope the sacrifice this time won't work, but it actually might do. So it is difficult. Maybe to avoid sacrifices straight away here. Still a bit of time, but let's try. Let's try something like this. His time is very low. What he come out with here, I don't understand, to be honest. Huh. Difficult situation with our timing. Again, a bit passive move here for me, but it's just lack of time. And difficult. Looks like I was able to pick up one piece from him, but it works the same for him as it works for me. Lack of time, making it very difficult. No time. Oops, he resigned the second game when his time just passed, so I don't know how to treat that one. He pressed start again, so I guess I can give it a chance. So that's a shame. Unless can replay it. So random opening off. Let's see which color he meant to have. And just let's play it as it went. I don't know if Wouter knows the notation in here. But I guess he can verify. The problem is he's using his time to do it. But I meant to play with white. At least maybe it will go quicker this time. So there we go. So far 2-2 in the match, and first game went for me. So luckily we could set it up again because it wasn't something like from h2 to a5 or something. So I'm afraid I will have to go for similar kind of position and just try to recover that. And it's not easy. The sacrifice is tempting here, but it looks like it's gonna be hard. Yeah, I think I have to go for similar game. The problem is I don't have a further plan how to deal with this. Maybe c1 b2 with the exchange. At least it will be different. Maybe sacrifice and then attack. No, that doesn't really work. Yeah, I will try to play differently, as I didn't see any good ideas for him there. So yes, I hope I can manage to draw this position, and then we will head up to Wouter profession, which is 100 drafts, and that will be probably quick. Calculating deeply again how to stop my development on this wing. I guess I don't have much choice but do this exchange now. Now either e1 d2 and get out in there, or try with normal way, but I guess I'll try to play it that way. Again, the time is short. And it will be hard. So he will let me to enter g5, and I think the defense is not impossible there. Now he can go e5 because of this little shot. Time is chasing me badly. But looks like I should be able to pull it off. The breakthrough won't work here because I will go on the c5. And he goes for sacrifice, which doesn't work as long as I'm not wrong. So now I can do the sacrifice. So good match in 64. It was extremely hard. 3 minutes maybe break. And then we will be back. Just to top up my drinks, my yerba mate, some water. Okay. I think I'm already there. So I can probably already wait for him here. Maybe I'll put it private so no one will sit here. Cannot see him there yet, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright, so I am back. Let's see if Wouter can find me. Can't see him yet. So let's see. Now will be the hardest point. Try to stop Wouter in his field. So I believe any draw will be a success, but regarding that, I haven't touched 100 drafts for like 2 years since Salo 2018. I would probably indicate that it will go rather quick. Let's see, maybe Wouter sits somewhere else. He is in Eindhoven and I'm on Bordeaux, so let's switch to his place. I need an invite to enter the table. The question is, do I allow invitations? Probably not. So that's the little... I do not ignore them, so it should come up. There we are. Coin flip, who starts with white? So yeah, we start with the flip coin on the Wouter channel to see who starts which color. And after that, of course, we will be changing the colors. As I don't have any interaction on my YouTube channel because I cannot look there and here, I'm thinking maybe he can open the table so some people can talk here. I don't know if he will get my point. It is public now, so as I mentioned, the strategy is 100 will be to play quick the opening. He's going for aggressive opening, which I have not seen before. I mean, never played it or analyzed it. I had something else prepared for today, but he doesn't. He doesn't allow me to play it, so bit defensive position from the beginning. but you have to deal with what you created. So some difficulties from the beginning. I think I have to exchange this outpost. And again I have to cover this gap. A little shot over here, and how to prevent from it happening. Big time troubles. And of course black is much better, but still some chances, I believe. Yes, there are. The time is pushing me a lot. There is a little chance here that if I create 47, then there is a threat of very, very difficult endgame. And I just got captured. The question is it winning? Yeah, even that way, which I didn't see. So yeah, good game, 1-0. From the opening I was pushed hard, probably in the end there might have been some chances for a draw there. As I mentioned, trying to play quickly in the opening and then do my best in the later stage. I'll try to be a bit aggressive, get more temps. Of course, it's still dangerous on this wing. The question is, can I put the outpost safely? He has the 5 attacks, I've got only 4 defenses, so maybe that's not the best idea. So let's just still wait. At some point I want to get in the middle here. The question is which moment will be good to do so, or put my outpost back. So looks like he's keeping this, waiting for me to make a mistake there. And the other side, other side of my wing is already empty. So maybe it's the moment to make some decisions. '38, '32 looks quite dangerous. That's what I was expecting. Little shot preventing me to play there. And the position is very, very difficult here. He had a bit of lack of time. And there is a possibility that I will get out of troubles here. Or not. The question is if I will be in time to do anything. I guess. First the draw was possible maybe in this endgame. And there would be something possible if I wouldn't attack it straight away here, but I'm not too sure. I couldn't go either here. Maybe it's just a draw. Okay, so let's go for another one. Let's try another opening which I have prepared, and let's see if it will work. So he didn't play the usual way. So I guess I'm in troubles. I don't want to play this kind of position because I know how it will finish, so I'll try to avoid it. But of course, black is much better here. So far, he did refuse my preparation on both occasions. But I guess the position is still playable. And bearing in mind that he should not know it further. I'm not without the chance to play it on. He started calculating something deep again. That makes me worried. Probably deciding which plan he's gonna go for. And he did decide for something. His time is very, very low, so at least a chance that I can pressure him a bit here. Now I have to decide where to go next. and the time is really low. He did a nice sacrifice, which of course I haven't seen. Oh, of course, I've seen this combination, the move before, but with 5 seconds on the clock, I simply panicked. But luckily for me, he allowed me to capture his king, and the position is just a draw. So funny game. Of course, I've seen this shot, the move before, but I still managed to make a mistake there. But second draw, I would say I'm already happy with the results. I was expecting that the match will finish after 3 games. I just fall in another shot. I can capture back the king. Will he do it? Probably. He's just too quick this time. And the troubles continues. I guess I have no choice but exchange here. So he has 4 attacks. I've got only 3 defenders. He's holding up with the attacks, preparing them. Of course, there will be a chance to protect my piece with this piece, but the question is if it will really work. Again, Walter put calculation mode, probably thinking until the end if he will win this piece or not, and he decided to go for attack, first one. I guess I have no choice but prepare my defense as well here. I've got a little shot over here. That would be very lucky if it would actually work. But I guess not in this case. And now there is a threat of this. I guess I could still try go for a king there. And from lack of options, unless sacrifice would work there. And hard decisions to make. And a nice little trap, both ways to win. So I probably didn't have a choice to protect this piece anyway, so good game. 202 draws. Let's try this opening again. And again, he doesn't accept my intention. So yes, for rematch, I still need a lot of to practice. I hope the rematch will be possible. Already some troubles happening here. But that's how it is when you play with those top players, grandmasters. They will use any little chance to get the advantage and progress with the win. Probably 1721 looks strong. Leaving my outpost and this wing in a bit uncomfortable position. Again, Wouter put calculation mode, looking for a plan for at least 1 minute. Now 16 seconds on the clock. He made a move which I have expected. I guess I will try to play something with the piece on 15. Definitely black is better there, but the pressure was quite strong on the outpost. Now the question is how to build it properly. Now I catch up with the time. No advantage there anymore. So very, very difficult situation. A bit passive movements by me. And of course, it all finished with the combination with lack of time. He could probably even finish it here. Not giving up yet, just yet. And now is the time. So I hope it was interesting for you guys. I managed to win 64, but in 100 drafts, and there was no much chances. I guess with lack of time, I've fallen too easy shots. But yeah, maybe I'll have a chance to. Maybe I'll have a chance for another rematch. Let's see what Walter will say. Maybe we'll do it differently. Maybe we'll connect and we'll be able to speak while. Definitely while we are talking. And definitely I will do some training for 400 drafts next days, and maybe in 2-3 weeks time we'll set up the date and play another one. And as you know, guys, I never I never ask you to subscribe, put likes and anything like that, but today I'm gonna do exception, and I will ask you, please do go for the Walter channel. Please subscribe and put all the likes and show some movements on his channel, do some numbers, because he has amazing knowledge about drafts and great passion for the game. So if you're watching my channel, you will find his channel very interesting and nice. So that was my exception, as I mentioned. And I guess we will wrap it up for today. I hope it wasn't too bad on my side for 100 drafts, but I can do better, and I'll try to do much better next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.